Hey guys, Bouncer Snipe here, and today I'm doing a different type of video. Today I'm doing a PC build guide on parts on how to give you the best performance here and there, and it'll just end up giving you a fantastic build. So let's get started. This is a $2,000 build. It has a red theme, color theme, and yeah, let's get started. To kick the build off, I chose the Intel Core i7 4770K Haswell at 3.5 gigahertz. It's overclockable, very. Yeah, it's just a fantastic CPU. It's about as good of a CPU as you can get as a consumer on the consumer side, unless you step up to an X79. It's really overclockable, and it's quad core, but Windows sees it as 8 cores because of hyper-threading. And it's just really fast. So yeah, so it obviously needs a very good motherboard. Oh yeah, it costs $340. That's how much the CPU will run you. The motherboard, so that you can overclock very well, and it's also red. The Asus Maximus 6 Hero. It's an LGA 1150 socket motherboard, Z87, and it's really good motherboard. Lots of overclocking features. A lot of slots. Supports RAM, obviously. So yeah. And speaking of RAM, I went with a lot of multiple Asus things here. So Asus, good company. They're red. So for the RAM, I chose the Patriot Viper 3 16 gigabytes. It's 2x8 gig sticks, and it's 1600 megahertz. So it's really fast, looks nice. It's just going to be great in the build. For the power supply, I went with a Thermaltake Tough Power TP 750 watt. Good power supply. It's 80 plus gold, and it's going to run you $90. It's I mean, $90 gives you that. That's really good, and it gives you the Haswell power saving features, which is good. It lowers your energy bill. I mean, anything that does that's good. So yeah, Haswell, it gives you the opportunity to run really low thing. Oh yeah, the RAM, I forgot to tell you the last two things. The RAM is comes in at $134. This is all on Newegg, by the way, and the motherboard runs you at $195. Keep those in mind. Great products. For the graphics card, I chose the 610. No, I'm kidding. I chose the Asus GTX 780 3GB graphics card. Has 384-bit memory interface, which is exceedingly high, pretty much a Titan, except without the double precision floating point. There's very little gaming performance difference. And it supports SLI. It's big, juicy. It's a PCI Express Gen 3, and the Asus one comes with these giant coolers, like air coolers, lots of giant heat pipes, and it's just gonna it looks awesome. It'll look great in the computer, and it's red. It's red. It has a red color scheme too. Also, it has a red color scheme, which is what I'm basing this off. Is the Cooler Master Half XM high airflow mid-tower computer case. Oh yeah, the graphics card runs you at $670, but the case runs you at $130. The Cooler Master Half XM is mid-tower case, but don't say, ooh, it's mid-tower. Mid-tower's not good. No, it is a fantastic case. It keeps everything cool. It looks exceedingly nice. That's why I chose it, because I was having a hard time finding a clean-looking red build case, and it just looks good, and it's big. It's actually pushing mid-tower, but I totally recommend it. It supports a lot of stuff. For storage, the first thing of storage, I chose the Corsair Neutron G Series GTX 120 gigabyte SATA 3 internal solid state drive. That's its entire name. I don't know what that is. It comes in at $125, and it's just a fantastic SSD. It's a little over a gig per dollar, or dollar per gig, whichever you want to call it, but it's just great. It'll make Windows boot like that, and you can put some like 1 or 2 games on it that your favorite games will load faster than all of your friends once they have the same SSD, of course. But yeah, and then for the backup drive, for the main storage drive, we have the Western Digital Caviar Black. It's pretty much the standard, guys. I shouldn't really need to go over that, right? I mean, comes in at 90 bucks, like the power supply. And I mean, I shouldn't really have to go over it. It's fantastic. It's pretty much the standard. So it's just superior. It's fast for spinning 7200 RPM drive. And then the next set of stuff I'm going to talk about is completely subjective. So for first off, if you don't want to count an OEM, don't count OS as a part of the build, then you can probably drop most of this. But well, just hear me out right now. I chose then. Okay, so if you don't, the stuff that you don't want and don't count as part of the build, you can drop that from the price and then increase the power somehow in the amount of performance somehow in here. Get a, I don't even know what you could do in this. It's such a fast build. Get a better case if you want to get a better case or something. Yeah, the case is kind of subjective too, whatever you feel like. But anyway, so the OS, I chose Windows 7 Home Premium. You can choose Windows 8 or Windows 8.1 if you want. I don't care. Any other Windows 7. I just chose that because I like Windows 7 and I have tried Windows 8. I like it, but you know, I just chose that. They're all the same price, so yeah, just get it. Get an OS from Windows, or wait a long time for things to change and then get Linux. But for now, get Windows. Windows is great for gaming. Oh yeah, this isn't subjective. Oh yeah, Windows will run you at $100. But this is, I forgot. I totally forgot to cool the CPU so that you can overclock more. I chose the Corsair Hydro Series H100i. That's just gonna destroy in overclocking. It's just going to keep your CPU nice and cool while you're making your CPU go to 700 gigahertz now. Like when you overclock to like 5 gigahertz or something, or 4.7, 4.8, it's really going to be, you're really going to like it. It's going to be your friend. Okay, so here's the thing with the case. The case here has a place on the side panel where you can put a giant 200 millimeter fan, and that's just what I decided I was going to do. So I got the Cooler Master MegaFlow 200 millimeter fan. It's red, and it'll just cool your graphics card. There. And I chose a DVD burner for this build. It'll run you at, oh yeah, the Corsair Hydro will run you at $110, and the MegaFlow will run you at $14. But I chose a random DVD burner and reader because for $20, because I think it just helps when you're installing Windows to have a DVD. That's the only reason why I use it. I have one. It doesn't really help in day-to-day performance. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of different from what I normally do, which is ramble, like I always do. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy this. I'm Nate, and let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.